Greetings and salutations, my dear audience. This is Joe St. Egg Benedictus just coming at you with a thrift store book haul and just show you some books I picked up at the used bookstore. Now, I really don't pick up books anymore because I have so many of them, unless I have a very, look at my shadow, I can use my shadow, very distinct purpose. And I know it's my used bookstore, as many people know, is really the envy of the YouTube world, and I got this lot of books today, but I promise you I just don't buy books in vain, and many of you know that I do send out care packages every once in a while, so I'm always on the lookout for unique things, but I had a very specific purpose today, actually two purposes, but aside from buying things for myself, by the way. I mean, I do buy things for myself. But I had two purposes for today, but before we get to those purposes, I want to give a shout out to my pal Mike, to all the visionaries and mystics out there. Thank you for joining me, and two purposes. The first purpose is I do have a care package going out today to Mamo, and by the time I show this video, which is going to be later in July or early August, he would have received this like a long time ago, back in June. So I'm kind of making videos and I'm spreading them out. The other, which gets me to my second reason, the second reason why I went today is I wanted to start building over a few weeks a collection of things to send out on my 400 subscriber giveaway. So again, I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but when I hit 400 subscribers, which should be any day now, or maybe even today, or tomorrow, I'm going to do a call for a giveaway, and then the giveaway will be not a new Bible like I did my last giveaway, but a famous Joe St. Egg Benedictus care package with all kinds of goodies, and as you know, I do good care packages, I must say so myself, and so I'm starting to collect some things over time, so that when it comes to announcing the winner, I have stuff. So basically, again, by the time this video comes out, I would have done that. I would have given a call. So this is a bit of a late video. So let's go through some of these books that I found and let you see here. First book is for me, James Pike, A Time for Christian Candor. This is Episcopal Bishop of the Diocese of California. I picked it up, one, because I am interested in turn of the century. That's not right. Mid-century writing. You know, 30s, 40s, and 50s in America, of course. Religious life. This one was published in 1964, so a little on the later end, but it caught my attention because it is on that beginning cusp of a growing progressivism within the church, and it always interests me to figure out what are some of the roots of some of the traditions that I have heard about? Now, how are people writing about faith and church life in this time, and how are they evaluating this kind of Christianity, which to me would be more progressive, in this time? And one of the things that I want to challenge you, whether you're progressive or conservative or fundamentalist or whatever, you always have to be skeptical of your own convictions. And what I mean by that is that it's good to be self-critical. One, because as Christians we should not be critical of one another and judge each other. I think that's stupid. There's enough out there in the world that we don't need to criticize one another. Like, I see some videos by some more evangelical people that spend more time criticizing other Christians than, like, you know, uniting to push against, you know, secular humanism in the world today. And I think that whether you're from the right or left or middle, in Christian life, you should be self-critical. You should know why you believe the things you believe. What is the history that that comes with your particular tradition or your particular leaning, okay? And too often we're so busy criticizing and judging other Christians that we don't take time to self-criticize and self-critique and really think about why we believe the things we do, both about the Bible and about our faith. So I picked this up for $1, and I look forward to reading it. I'll probably get into it soon. Next book is I'm gonna show you some of the books I was thinking about for my 400th giveaway. So what I'll do is I'll hold them until last, because again, by the time this video comes out, I would have given it away. So I'm not giving. It's going to be a surprise to the person who receives it, but not to you. Okay, so these 4 books I'm going to be giving away as part of my 400 package. This one is a little one. It just caught my eye. I love the cover. Grace and Glory by E.L. Maskell. Dimension Library of Living Catholic Thought. One of the world's most distinguished theologians describes the goal and pattern of Christian life. Here's that particular series and what they offer, how to read the Bible, what is prayer. And I found this very interesting. It's from New Jersey. Found this very interesting in that it's Catholic. 25 cents. Look at that. Can't beat that. You can't beat it with this groovy cover. I love it. Okay, the next thing is this Jefferson's Bible. If you've never read the Jefferson's Bible, basically he cuts out all the miracles. He was a deist after all. And this is, of course, an abbreviated Jefferson's Bible. So this isn't the whole Jefferson's Bible. 50 cents. Can't beat that. Well, anyway, I'm not a deist, and obviously I wouldn't advise the Jefferson Bible for inspirational reading. But I think as a classic book with this great dust cover, just how thin it is, it'd be easy to slip into a care package, and that's the plan. If somebody doesn't like it, they can just give it away or donate it. The next one is a small compact guide to the Christian life, compiled by K.C. Hinckley. I love this book because look at how many topics there are, first of all, for such a thin book. Who is God and what is he like? Who is Jesus? Who is the Holy Spirit and what does he do? What are the gifts of the Spirit? Look at how extensive this is. Prayer, knowing faith, important Christian terms. Look at that. How to have an effective quiet time, temptation, depending on God, evangelism, Christian community. Look, it just keeps going. All in this little handy-dandy book. Let's get out show you how big this is. Or small, actually. It's a little less short of 3.5 inches by 6 1/4 inches. 3.5 inches by 6 1/4 inches. But it's so cool. And here's a kind of a look at it. You can see how small the words are. But you can slip this in your pocket if you're going to work. Say you're wearing, put it in your purse or your coat pocket. And just zip through. And it's good for new believers. It's good for, I think, veteran believers, because we always need simplicity. And if you're a new believer, it's good to go through this. And this might not be a bad book to go through if you're discipling someone. And the next book for the care package is this nice handy dandy Blessings of Heaven by Thomas Nelson. Originally $14.95. I'm going to take the sticker off here. $14.95. I got it for a whopping, I think, $1. 50 cents. 50 cents. What do you know? Timeless Wisdom and Spiritual Truths, compiled by Stephen Hines. You can see, do those now in heaven have any interest in... I'm sorry. Do those now in heaven have any interest in us? What will it be like to have a perfect body? How can I be sure I will go to heaven? So it gives all of these various topics. What am I to make of some special revelation of the Lord that is precious to me but is not manifested in Scripture? That's an interesting question. I wonder where... it is Thomas Nelson, so it is Christian, but it's interesting. There's a table of contents. You want to look over that. A lot of topics. Let's see when it was published. Briefly, we'll move on. 2014. I thought it came with a ribbon, but it doesn't. It just has this nice faux leather comfort cover kind of material, and I think somebody would appreciate that for their 400th thing. Okay, the next book is we're moving out of the 400th anniversary, 400 subscriber package to some other books that I picked up. This one is an old one, The Spiritual Exercises of St. Ignatius. Old book. I have a new one of these, but the new ones are not as cool as the old ones, and frankly, I'd prefer to just go through an old one than a new one. 50 cents, and introduction by Robert Gleason, translated by Anthony Mottola. Sounds Italian. It's 1964, and then there's your first week, your second week, your third week. I'd love to go through this sometime, and I was thinking about maybe going through it. Well, I wanted to go through it eventually, but maybe next year. Introduction to the exercises, and one of the things that caught my attention was, if you go through the exercises, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a note page where you can take notes. I'm trying to See, I don't see it right now. But something like this is very small. You can fit it in your bag if you're, you know, on the run. This might be one of those things to start when I'm on a retreat in like January, February. So I may do that. But it's just such a cool edition, and it seems so much more accessible than the new edition I have, which seems to be very big and very busy. And there we go, very big and busy. And pick that up for myself. Next one is going to go to Mamo. As I mentioned at the beginning, I have a care package going out to Mamo. He would have received it about 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. It's this little itty-bitty Imitation of Christ. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like almost like one of those old Gideon Bibles, but it's a little Imitation of Christ. Look at this. So cool. I love it. So I had to pick it up. It was worth $1, more than I mean, look at this. This is 50 cents. This is $1. So, you know, they do know how to price some things that are more valuable. Beautiful picture. Come ye and follow me. The Imitation of Christ in 4 books by Thomas à Kempis. Translated from the original Latin, Catholic Book Publishing. All right, 1941, a timeless arsenal of moral armament and spiritual consolation. The Imitation of Christ is a treatise for every Christian soul. So there's the table of contents. This thing is the coolest thing in the world. Look at this, another illustration here. If I can get to it, look at that. Jesus carrying his cross. And you just go through it, and it has pretty good, that's pretty good size writing, if you can read that. I mean, it's not tiny, like you'd see in like a Gideon Bible. No other illustrations I see. Oh, there's another one. There we go. It's a priest at the altar, taking Mass. And then, look at that nice end page. This book is so full of personality. Let's measure it. It's so cool. The gold cross on the front. 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, roughly the size of an index card. Mamo's going to get that in his little package, care package I'm sending out today. I'm sure you'll be jealous. I am jealous that it's going, but I have this edition already, in a beautiful edition. I don't need another one, so that allows me to give it away and bless somebody else with it. Such a cool little book, isn't it?